Hello everyone, and welcome to a very interesting video. This video is about a custom level that I made just for Halloween. So it's a Halloween themed level, obviously. And I thought it would be the perfect video to upload on the actual day of Halloween, which is today, the 31st of October. So here we are. This is the first video on the channel about a level that I actually created by myself, and this is actually the first level I've ever created. So hopefully you enjoy it, and if you want to see more levels that I make, tell me down in the comments below, and I would be glad to make some more levels. Thank you so much for your support. Hopefully you enjoyed this level because I really liked making it. Let's get into it. So, like I said, the level is called Ephemeral Existence, and it's a class undetermined level because of a bunch of weird properties that aren't fully documented. The layout of this level is pretty simple though. It's a suburban street that's decorated for Halloween time. The street itself and the level itself is about 200 miles long, and it's got sidewalks on both sides of the road. Each of the houses are different in their own way, but they're all suburban, nice houses. When you spawn in on this level, it'll be October 31st at around 6 p.m. So Halloween evening. And the first thing you'll notice is that there's kids and adults walking around just like a typical Halloween night. You'll see them go up the doors and knock, and you'll see someone answering and giving them candy. At this point, you'll start to calm down, and you actually think you're back in reality. So you walk up to the first family you see, and you ask them what the street name is. Where am I at? And they'll say, Ephemeral Boulevard, and then smile and walk away. The sun is starting to go down at this point, and this is when the light poles that line the long road light up. When the lights turn on, you'll notice a very thin mist that's been floating through the air. You think it's just a fog, so you just move on and ignore it. So now it's dark outside, and it's nighttime. And all the houses' decorations are lit up, and there's soft ambient music playing from some of the houses, and the vibes are great. It's just a Halloween night. When you walk about 4 miles into this level, a random guy approaches you. He's around 6 feet tall and has a normal build, and the first thing he says to you is your real name, and that he's so glad to see you. Then you suddenly know his name, and you feel compelled to talk to him. So you start talking to him, and he's telling things that are true about you. Even though you've actually never met this guy, he's telling you, he's asking like, how's your mom doing? How's your dad doing? He's asking these personal questions, and he's saying their names and stuff. But you don't think anything of it, because you're being internally compelled to just know this guy and be open with him. And around this point, you'll start to feel like you belong here, and that everyone knows who you are. You start to walk around, and you feel like you need to go up to one of the houses and ask for candy, even though you're an adult. You walk up to the first house you see, and you get some candy. At a quick glance, the candy looks like the same ones from real life, except they have slight spelling errors on their wrappers. Like Skittles is spelled with a Z, and Reese's has like 5 E's in it. But you don't pay any attention to it, and you instantly eat all the candy because you're hungry. It tastes really good to you, and pretty addicting as well. Since this is the only known place in the Backrooms where you can get this type of candy, you decide to walk up to some other houses and ask for some more. You eat it, and then you remark to yourself again how good it tastes. Then you'll just still feel compelled to go to as many houses as you can and eat as much candy as you can. So you pick up a candy bucket off the ground, and there's tons of them laying everywhere on this level. You go to around 5 houses, and you collect all the candy you can. You're feeling great. The soft glow of the lights in the distance, the ambient Halloween music, the decorations. Life is good. But about 5 hours into this level, you'll go up to a house where an old lady answers the door. You ask her the same thing you asked every other house. Can I have some candy? And the lady says, shouldn't you be home with your mom? She gives you the candy, and you walk away extremely confused as to what just happened. You continue to walk down the road, and you pass this truck sitting on the side of the road with an extremely reflective surface. You glance over at it, and you're horrified at the sight. You look like a child, even though you feel like an adult and sound like one to yourself. And you're even short, and you don't even realize it. At this point, you start to panic. You begin to run around and ask people for help, but no one listens. And they say things like, someone come get their kid, go back home, son, it's past your bedtime. You keep telling them that you're an adult trapped inside of a kid's body, but they don't believe you, and they think you're joking. They think you're playing, a Halloween prank or whatever. That's when you take a really good look at the candy wrappers from earlier that night. And you notice on the ingredients, the only ingredient listed is Ephemeral Existence. At this point, you have 24 hours to live before you de-age all the way back to 0, unless you escape the level or have access to super almond water. So there are several entities here. The first ones are called the cul-de-sackers. These are the people who look and act identically to humans that live all around this level. They could be kids, they could be adults, and they behave just like normal people. The whole time, they're pretty much coercing you into eating the candy and going up to as many houses as you can. The only difference in them and normal humans is that their eyes are inverted. Instead of having the middle of their eyes colored like normal humans do, the middle of their eyes are actually white, and the outside is where the color is. Another entity here is called the aroma. This is that fog mist thing I was talking about earlier, that you saw when the light shined on it. Well, it's not just a fog, it's a very aggressive bioorganism that's made up of several toxins to slow down your brain's critical thinking abilities. This is why you run around acting like a fool, asking people for candy. The aroma has a slightly sweet smell when you inhale it, and then it instantly attacks your brain, although you don't notice the effects until you see yourself de-aging. And I'm about to tell you why you can't. Because the next entity here is called the Delectables. These are the dopamine-filled candies that you ate. They're not even candy at all. They're microorganisms that work together with the aroma entity to make you fully start de-aging. The aroma entity will attack your brain, and the Delectables attack your stomach and organs. They slow the function of everything to an extremely slow rate, so you feel really calm while you're de-aging. And you'll never even notice anything's happening because your brain and body feel calm and at peace. These Delectables take the form of candy, but quickly change into small worm-like creatures when they come in contact with your stomach fluids. Nice. The last entity here is the pails. These are the actual buckets themselves that are scattered around the level. They act like dopamine beacons that send out huge bursts of good emotions to whoever's holding them. This causes you to be really eager and to want to get more candy and fill up the bucket constantly, because the pails make you feel like you're having a really good time. This also helps in hiding the fact that you're slowly de-aging. Entering this level happens randomly, and only happens when you fall asleep and have any dream related to Halloween on any level. If you do, you'll instantly be teleported here, so don't even dream about Halloween. So if you're stuck in the Backrooms, no matter how much you love Halloween, you can't dream about it, or you'll be sent here. To exit this level, you have to go to a gray colored house with the address numbers being 1031, which is Halloween's date. You then go to the kitchen and find a knife. Next, you have to go all the way to the attic of the house, and you have to carve your first and last initial, along with the letters EE for ephemeral existence, into a rafter in the attic. Once you do this, you'll be teleported to the cabin community of the Crimson Forest, and you'll re-age back to your normal self instantly. So pretty much this level traps you here, makes you think it's a normal Halloween time. The aroma and the Delectables and the pails all work together by ingesting you with dopamine to make you feel like you're having a great time and that you're relaxed, while in reality they're destroying your brain and your stomach while de-aging you slowly. And if you stay there for longer than 24 hours, you'll continue to de-age to 0 years old, and you'll just become dust. And the only way to escape is to go to house number 1031, get a knife, go up to the attic, carve your first and last initial, and the letters EE in a rafter, and then you'll be sent to the Crimson Forest. That is it for my own spooky themed Backrooms level for Halloween Day. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I said earlier, this is the first level I've ever written, believe it or not, so I hope you liked it. And if you want to see more custom levels from me, make sure you let me know down in the comments below. Thank you all for your support. Hopefully you have a fantastic Halloween night. Hopefully you get tons of king-size candy, because that's the best. Thank you for watching, thank you for your support, and I'll see you later. Peace.